and oh, it didn't last 5 seconds. I left him in my bed and I went over to the sitting room to shit.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Azakaogor. If this is your first time on my channel, you are very welcome. If you're not a subscriber, I got mad love for you guys. Before I get into the video, please do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up before you leave. Anyways, let's dive right into the video today. So today the show started off with heat drama. So the show started off with some clips from the house where Dorathy was telling Lucy that she told Brighto that she felt like kissing him. And Lucy was like, why would you? And she was like, no, she just told him as part. She just wanted to tell him. And then Brighto now asked her, why do you feel like kissing me? And she said, yeah, she just felt like. And Brighto was like, no, you must have a reason for kissing me. And then moving on, there was a clip with Watoni and Brighto in the garden. And Watoni was asking Brighto, why do you want me in your bed? When you've asked somebody else and you also want me to be in your bed, why? So Brighto was like, I'm asking you because I want you to be in my bed. And then she was like, okay, let's go. Then they went to the bed. And the next thing, we are seeing Brighto going to Dorathy's bed here. Oh, so they now asked Tricky T what he thought about the whole situation. And then Tricky T was like, yeah, he knew that Watoni liked Brighto. He knew that Dorathy liked Brighto. But he knew that Brighto did not really like the girls per se. So he kind of asked him, but Watoni is your G. Why didn't you tell her this? He was like, he didn't want to tell her because at the beginning of the game, he had told Watoni that if there was anybody that he would chase in the house, it would be her. And they were friends. So he didn't want to now tell her, oh, Brighto doesn't really feel you the way you're feeling him, right? So that she doesn't feel like, oh, she just hates, he's just hating. That's why he's telling her this, right? So then they asked Lekon, what does Lekon think about the whole situation? Lekon was like, he knew that Watoni was head over heels in love with Brighto because any small thing Brighto says, she would just start laughing. If Brighto say yes, she will burst into laughter. If you say no, she will burst into laughter. And so they just felt like this girl overliked his way and she was throwing herself at him. And then they asked Kidwire. Kidwire was like, he knew that they liked him, but he knew that Brighto was just there strategizing. He knew that Brighto was not going to be with any of them, Dorathy or Watoni. Ebuka asked Watoni, how did all of this even start? So Watoni was like, it was one Saturday when they were in the yard or whatever, and then Brighto kissed her neck. Meanwhile, prior to that time, she has been feeling like, oh, she wants to have someone there, you know, to make her happy and all of that. And so when Brighto kissed her neck, she was like, you know what, I might as well, since this guy makes me happy, I might as well lean on him. She also said that she didn't really care if Brighto didn't like her back. She told Tricky T the same thing. She didn't really care. All she was concerned with was with the fact that, you know, he was someone that made her happy and she was using him to keep herself happy while she was still in the house, and that she wasn't forcing herself on him. However, the night that we saw the clip where Watoni and Brighto were talking about going to Brighto's bed, Watoni said that that night she appreciated what Dora did. Dora came to her and they had a genuine conversation, and then Dorathy was like, you know what, go to his bed, you go to his bed. And she was like, okay, cool. But then the next morning when she was changing the sheets, she was like, that's when she felt like Dorathy was a sly and that she wasn't what she was claiming to be, because Dorathy had given Brighto a BJ the night before. When she asked Dorathy was like, they barely even spoke. So Ebuka asked Dorathy, how far? What happened? She was like, yes, she knew that she told Watoni that they did not really speak, and that's because they did not really speak. When she got to the bed, things happened, they didn't really speak. But yes, she admitted it with her full chest, yes, that she gave him a BJ and that Brighto was such a douchebag about it. The next morning, he didn't even say hi to her, he didn't come up to her, he didn't even ask her how you're doing or whatever. Then Ebuka asked Brighto, why you do like that? Why you do like that? Brighto was like, what was she expecting me to ask her? What was she expecting me to tell her? So Dorathy was just like, you're acting so cold, you're a vampire. Next thing, she threw money at him. So guys, I remember yesterday I had said that she threw 14 naira or something, but guys, it was dollars. But notwithstanding, it was a very rash thing to do. Classic girls don't do that. You put money in your bra. Why? Why did you put more? So what was your intention when you were leaving the house? You just put money in your bra to throw at somebody at the show? Like, that's so, don't, why are the girls in this BBNAIJA doing like this? They're just following my hand. Why are you doing this? Like, don't make people that have high standards for you now just. So Ebuka now asked Dorathy why she mentioned Brighto's name on the stage, since she's claiming that she didn't really feel him like that. And then she was like, yeah, she just wanted to get out of the Nengi Ozo Prince triangle, so she had to mention Brighto's name. It's not like she really wanted, he was, you know, her first choice. But anyways, if he was not so cold, maybe she would have pursued it and all of that. So they now asked Ka3na, or they did not even ask her, I don't know. Ka3na said that she was so shocked when she saw that Dorathy mentioned Brighto because she didn't see it, blah blah blah. So what Tony now said, what really got her upset with Dorathy was that they had a genuine conversation, and it felt like Dorathy was not being honest with her, because Dorathy was saying one thing and Brighto was saying the other thing. But then again, understand, Dorathy said not, they didn't really speak, which was actually true. They never really spoke, and you could see the attitude that Brighto was giving her the next morning. He didn't even say hi to her, nothing. So I feel like maybe Watoni didn't see all of this. And then Ka3na now said she didn't see the Brighto-Dora situation, but for Dorathy to admit it with her full chest, she doffed her cap for her. But Ka3na, please, which accent are you speaking with? You're not even pronouncing words properly. Like the other time, instead of personality, you were saying personality is a person I like. Stop using accents. Pick the one that you know so that we can understand what you're saying. So Brighto now said that coming into the house, he never had any intentions of getting into a relationship with anyone, and he was clear. It was the girls coming to meet him. It's not like they were chasing him. Now them they rush him, but he did not, you know, go after any of them. So Dorathy was like, why didn't you say anything in the morning? Why didn't you say anything? He was like, he didn't have to. It's not his way of doing things. And then Dorathy was now like, but didn't you call me last night at 2 a.m.? Okay, so you're looking for booty call, and then you now, like, how so what do you think, that she would just jump when you after treating her like that, and then she will not just jump and then say, oh right, so since you called me at 2 a.m. I'm so pleased? Like, it doesn't work like that, my G. Ebuka now asked Brighto, but do you see that what you did wasn't right? Do you regret it? He was like, no, he doesn't regret anything. He did not do anything wrong. That is how he behaves. He did not do anything wrong. And so Dorathy now said, you know what, before I said that I did not use you, but now I used you. But Dorathy was pained. I could see it. Like the fact that it seemed like she liked Brighto, maybe a little, I don't know. But the fact that Brighto didn't even, he was unmoved, unbothered, he was really getting to her. She was like, yes, I used you, blah blah blah. And I was like, but when you see pained people, you know. But anyways, Ebuka now moved on from that situation and entered the aggressive cutlass situation. Yes, you got it right. The Ka3na and Praise situation with a Lucy sprinkled on the side. So Ebuka now asked Ka3na, how far, where did all this come from? And she was like, oh no, she just liked Praise. Praise used to give her a massage and blah blah blah. She saw that he had someone outside the house, and she had just separated from her husband, so she felt like they were in a situation where they would not, you know, expect too much from each other, right? So Ebuka now asked Dora, what does she think about the aggressive cuddling situation? So she was like, she doesn't know anything about it, or she didn't know anything about it. So Ebuka now asked Ka3na, hold on, but when you were doing all these things with Praise, didn't you notice that Lucy liked Praise? Because a lot of them in the on stage today said that Lucy liked Praise even before Ka3na, right? But Ka3na was like, no, she did not see, she didn't know that Lucy liked Praise when all of this was going on. But that when why she got upset with Praise was the fact that Praise said that he came to the house to play games and he's not getting into any relationship, and there's hell in no way he's going to be with somebody like Ka3na. That's what provoked her, and that's why she decided to take him to her bed and you know what I mean, she effed him. And that's why she did it. And he didn't even, according to her, he didn't last 5 seconds seconds, no s at the end though, 5 seconds, and then she went to the living room to chill. Like, Katrina, where are you from? Like, then she went further to say that even at the all-white party, that she also, you know, effed him in her room, and he did not last 1 second. I was like, what is this an achievement? Like, why are you people like, people are saying these things like it's an achievement to be sleeping with people. These are cringe-worthy moments for me, honestly. I'm not saying don't own your shit, but it seems like she was so proud of what she did. Like, so Dorathy now added, saying that the guys hope they know that they earn shit, because there's this narrative that the girls in the house were always after them or whatever, and so what Katrina is saying just goes to show that they earn shit. So Ebuka asked Lucy about. Lucy was like, no, Praise should answer. Ebuka was like, no, Praise is the star of this movie, so please answer your question. And then Lucy now said that actually she didn't know that there was a Katrina Praise situation, but when she saw it, she withdrew herself from the situation, clearly because of the fact that he had a fiancé outside of the house. So Ebuka now went back to Praise and said, Praise, how far? And then he said, I know you need as much time as possible. Do you guys understand? Remember Katrina said he lasted just 5 seconds, and then Ebuka was like, you need as much time as possible. Like, the play of word is just killing me. Anyways, Praise now said that he's going to pardon Katrina because he knows that this is just her 15 seconds of clout chasing, right? And of course, you know now Twitter Nigeria calling Katrina a clout-trina, because that's all she has literally been the whole show, except she's just like this naturally, but that's what she has been throughout the show so far. Praise now said, if he was that bad, why did she call someone to call him immediately he came out of the house to beg him not to say anything about what happened between the both of them? And she was like, I did not beg you, I'm a boss lady, I don't beg, I told you, blah blah blah. Prince was like, anyways, he went with it because it was convenient for him at the time, considering the situation he was in. He had a fiance, so it was just very convenient for him. And when Ebuka asked him, did he see how Lucy could be angry? I was like, he didn't see how Lucy could be angry, because to him, Lucy and Katrina were barely friends. Katrina barely stayed 2 weeks in the house, so Lucy wasn't really Katrina's friend, so he didn't see how she could be upset. So Ebuka now asked, but did you see that Lucy liked you? And he was like, he didn't really know until 2 or 3 days before he left the house, and that Lucy told him that, you know, she liked him. Ebuka was like, this is definitely not a love triangle. And they were like, exactly. And he was like, no, it is a F triangle, you know what I mean? And then so he asked Kidwaya. Thankfully Kidwaya showed some expression today when Katrina talked about the 5 seconds thing. Kidwaya had to get up, take off that his polar jacket. It was so funny. And then but at this point Kidwaya was sitting like this, because the thing you didn't understand was like, was I in this house with these people? So if kind of asked him to conclude on all of this, was like, man, he's just surprised he didn't see all of this in the house. Just surprised that he's hearing all of this is news to him now. He has never heard this before. And then that was how the show came to an end. But then before it ended, they showed us clips from tomorrow, and guys, it's going to be hot as usual. Guess what? So there was a point where, I know you would remember, there was a point with Nengi and Kidwaya in the restroom or something with zippers and all of that. So for tomorrow, we saw the clip where Katrina and Nengi were going, you know, at each other with the zipper situation at one of the Saturday night parties. So guys, tomorrow, trust me, you do not want to miss this. You better hook onto this channel, tap on the notification bell if you haven't, because trust me, you do not want to miss out when I post the video. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you. Until I see you on the next one, which is tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.